Hello, I'm Diane Matula, owner of Fragments in New Ulm, Texas. Today we're in my studio working on Botanicals, creating beautiful pieces of art with just plant cuttings that could come from your yard, a friend's yard, nature, just out anywhere that you see a pretty form that you would like to preserve under glass, whether it's a flower or just a leaf. Right here in front of me is a jumbo-size plant flower press that my husband built for me. And in it I can press large things or lots of small things, but it's really good for like large fern, fronds or big leaves. Here's a smaller one that's perfect for little flower bits. Okay, I've taken the top off, with real easy to do with the wing nuts, and I've got layers of newsprint and cardboard in here. I can put a lot of different plants as long as the bolts will hold it. Take this off, and here's my fern cutting, nicely preserved, very flat and dry and lovely. Okay, we've done a little bit of prep work here. We've selected, I had two old frames here that I want to work with, and I chose some of the plants that I want to use. I have salvia and some real pretty ferns. So what we're going to do is start with this one. I cut this foam board to fit in the frame, and then I'm going to use some old sheet music. Some people like to stick with acid-free, but behind Botanicals, old sheet music looks fabulous. This was it was called Garden Pictures. How appropriate. So I did a small one here. I went ahead and attached this little piece of sheet music to the foam board. It makes it easier when you get ready to put it in. I'm going to put this little bitty fern on this, and to do that, to secure the piece, really all you want to do is hold it in place so that when you set it down on the glass, it doesn't move around. That's real frustrating. So I use these fun little glue dots to do that. They're transparent, so if you just kind of get it a little askew, it doesn't show too bad. In the old days when they did this, they actually would sew the plant material to the paper. I haven't mastered that. This is much easier and faster. So I'm just going to go ahead and start attaching this little fern. Get it kind of centered, or however you want it on the paper. Just put a little dot where you want that leaf. These are the tiny glue dots, so they can be hidden behind the plant material. You can style these. I've actually, like when you take it out of your press, sometimes the leaves are damaged. They may even be broken. You can always put them down and sort of, fix it with your glue dots. Just stick it right where you want it. All right, we've got that one secured pretty good. Remember, it's just good enough to hold it in place so that when you lay it on your glass, it doesn't slide away. This is a nice chippy old frame. Love chippy old frame. So there it sits. It's laying on that pretty graphic music. Like that. I like that. It's pretty. The next thing that's always difficult if you don't have the right tool is to make this now stay firm. You don't want a lot of air. You don't want any air between that glass and that foam board, because air is what actually destroys things. So I have this. It's called a dual drive point driver. And we're going to secure this. Pretty fern, snugged up into this nice old frame. Just need to put a hanger on the back, and it's ready to go up as wall art. These are fun to do in groups. several of them grouped together. So we've got that one pretty much good to go. So I'm gonna start on this one. My glass is real clean, especially on the inside. You want your glass really, really clean, so that when you put your plants on it, they're not, your glass isn't distorted. So let me just put this on here. And we're going to cut this. So we've completed 2 of them. And they're 2 different types. I got a really simple one here, small, just one little specimen in there. You can look up the name, the Latin name, the proper name of the plant, and write it in there. It's really cool. It kind of gives it a little flavor of authenticity. But be sure and sign your project. You're the artist, you're the creator. Put your initials or sign it. Don't be self-conscious about it. Be proud of it. Here's another one I did, and I made a collage of the other several little cuttings that I had done, and that's a nice touch. Instead of having just a single item, you create a bouquet. Try to put some movement in it, make it look like it's actually happening outside. The wind's moving it. And again, be sure and sign it. And be proud of your artwork. These make great gifts. And just even if you found some plants in your best friend's yard, take a couple of cuttings, take it home, press them, frame them, give them to them for their birthday. Gardeners love to be able to preserve their fruits of their labor. So here we have it, some framed botanicals. Thanks for joining us. Look for us again.